bringing you the latest from Utah State University's Uinta Basin Regional Campus. This is Aggie Update. Now, here's your host, Bob Peterson.
Thanks for joining us today on Aggie Update. On this week's show, we've invited again Dr. Rich Etchberger to join us. Dr. Etchberger is our Associate Director, Professor, sorry Rich, in Wildlife Sciences at USU. And nice to have you back again, Rich.
Yeah, thanks, Bob.
And the reason we've done so is because you had a wonderful experience recently that's taken place out at the White Rocks Fish Hatchery, and I'm just thinking that the audience would be thrilled to learn more about this little experience you had with some of your students.
Yeah, and in fact, I was thrilled by the experience also. One of the things that we're really happy to be able to do here at the Uinta Basin campus is, because we have a small campus and we have, I know a lot of people that are out there in natural resources management. Sometimes we're actually able to kind of think outside the box a little bit and do something for us. Normally we work with, large furry animals, elk and deer and bighorn sheep and that kind of stuff. But with this opportunity, we had a chance to actually go to the White Rocks Fish Hatchery. One of my students out there, Mike McCarty, helps to run the fish hatchery, and he let me know that they were going to be spawning some cutthroat trout out there. So we got a chance to take some of our students from the wildlife management class out to the hatchery and spend some time actually spawning the fish to create the next generation of fish that are going to be raised at the hatchery and then put out there into the lakes and rivers here in Utah.
Dr. Etchberger brought the video back to show me, and it was cool. It was really cool to have this hands-on experience of these three students. And I think if anybody enjoying themselves, it was you. I think you looked like you were having a great time and actually taking the eggs and the sperm out of the fish, and to see, what an excitement level for you and certainly the students. And what you were telling me earlier is that this isn't being associated with the fish hatcheries, not necessarily the area of study that your wildlife science have, but it creates that extra study and that, what did you say, just a little extra input in some other areas besides wildlife.
Sure.
So they're not fish head students, as you said. They're not the fish heads. They're more wildlife. There's a difference.
Yeah. My students are, in the program we offer is the Classic Wildlife Degree Program. But at the same time, in the olden days, if you will, of wildlife management and getting a job in wildlife, what we would see is someone would be a deer biologist or the kind of the sage grouse biologist. They would be really focused on those kinds of things. What we see today is job announcements that say need to be a wildlifer, need to be able to run a four-wheel drive rig, run a chainsaw, all those classic wildlife things. But at the end, they kind of stick something in like, would be great to have experience with, some kind of fisheries research also. So one of the things we really try to impress upon our students here and provide the opportunities is get as diverse an education as you can out there. And now that I have Mike over there at the hatchery, it was really neat to be able to take our students out there and provide some of that diversity. They get a broader education, they get exposure to different kinds of techniques, and really important, they develop a network with yet some more people that are actually natural resource managers and get to see them at work.
So Mike McCurdy, one of your local students, managing the White Rocks Fish Hatchery, just another example of some of your graduates going out in our area agencies and having a profound influence in those agencies.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we're looking to do here with the Uinta Basin campus. Provide opportunities for our students and then have them become part of the community out there also. We've really focused on a community-based learning model, and it's worked excellent, whether it's at the White Rocks Fish Hatchery or at our Vernal office of the Bureau of Land Management. We have lots of our graduates working there, providing the kind of expertise we need here in our community.
We're going to go watch the video right now of these three students. Who are the three students, Rich? Who are they?
They are Melissa Wardle, Danny Barlow, and Brian Barnett, three of our great students at the Uinta campus.
So let's watch this video. You're going to enjoy it.
Hey everybody, this is Dr. Rich Etchberger from the Uinta Basin campus of Utah State University. Today we did something really interesting with our wildlife management class. Instead of working with wildlife, we went out and worked with fish. In fact, we went up to the White Rocks Fish Hatchery here in the Uinta Basin to help them spawn some Kamloops cutthroat trout. And you can see me here. First time I've ever done this. First time my students had ever done this. Really neat thing to do. Here you can see I'm squeezing one of the females to get the eggs from the female. What you do is that they actually use clove oil, clove just like the spice, to settle the fish down. It's a very good anesthetic that's not harmful to the fish. And then what we do is get them out of the raceway and squeeze the eggs out of them. You can see me squeezing the eggs down. Having a great time doing this. We'll take those eggs from 5 fish. They'll take 5 females, take all the eggs out and mix them together. Once we have them all mixed together, they will get some of the males of the Kamloops cutthroat. Here you can see one of our wildlife students, Melissa Wardle, taking her shot at squeezing the fish. Once the eggs are all in there, we'll grab the males, and then same kind of idea there. We'll clean the fish up a little bit, and then we'll squeeze the sperm out of the male in with the eggs. And following that, we'll put in the sperm from about 5 different males. We'll mix the sperm together with the eggs, and the fertilization process takes about 3 seconds once we've done that. You can see we've added a little bit of saline solution in there to act as a buffer for the eggs. Once the eggs hatch, they're put into a different container that keeps water flowing on them all the time. And you can see here the yolk sacs that are hanging on the fish. Following some growth of the fish, they'll be moved over into some small raceways inside a building where they'll be able to be protected and fed as they grow. And finally, they'll be moved out to larger raceways. These fish grow about 8 inches a year. Well, let's see what our students had to say about their trip out to the White Rocks Fish Hatchery today. Let's cargo away. Okay, guys, today, you had an opportunity to kind of get out here in the field. We were out here at the White Rocks Fish Hatchery, got you out here to squeeze a couple of fish. What kind of impressions do you have from this? Dan, what do you think?
I think the seeing a classmate, somebody that's just finishing school, graduating, right in there doing the work, was a pretty good thing to take away, that he's been able to directly apply his education right to his job right away, right into the field. I think that was probably upwards of one of my favorite things. And then squeezing them female fish, squeezing out those eggs was pretty cool too.
Great. Thanks, Dan. Brian, what about you?
I thought it was cool watching the eggs and the sperm flow too out of the fish, and to see how the hands-on process works and how good a success they have. They have like a 90% success ratio from the process that they use. They're careful to do the timing and things right. So I was very impressed with the scientific methods that they've used to get such good recruitment. And I learned something that I didn't know, that the tiger and the splake trout are all, even if they occur in nature, they're all sterile. So they can be a fairly aggressive fish, but they won't breed. I didn't know that before, so something fun to learn.
Great. Thanks, Brian. All right, Melissa, what about you? What'd you think of your trip over here to the White Rocks Hatchery?
I really like the hands-on stuff, like milking the fish and then watching how that goes on. And then I really liked just the process where they had it in the actual hatchery, where they hatch the fish out and what they do to get to that point, and kind of how they keep them and gradually move them up until they get to the, I guess, semi-outdoor pens. So
it was good to see the little wigglies, the yolk sacs.
Tiny. Really cool. I didn't know that they depended on their yolk sac for that long. So
yeah,
it was a lot of fun. Good opportunity that we get from being USU students out here.
Cool. Yeah, well, it's, like I said, it was fun for me to get out here. You guys got to see me squeeze my first fish today.
Yep.
So, okay, well, we're going to wrap this thing up. Take it back to USU. I know we have to spend a little time in class tonight, back in the building, but we'll be out here in the field again soon.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks.
What a great video. I know you enjoyed it, and it's especially satisfying to see those students and their commentary they made, non-rehearsed, but they totally enjoyed the experience. And it was very cold that day, so.
Yeah, it was a cold day, but if you're going to work with me out there in the field, and I invite everybody to come out there with us, you're going to have to get out there and be a real wildlifer.
For more information on today's topic and the wildlife science program, visit our website at www.uintabasin.usu.edu. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.